Calling the zoning hearing board meeting for March 21st, 23 to order. We have 5 members today, so it's full house. And I don't think there's anything else that needs to come up before we go to appeals. We'll have after the appeals, but. So first up is Appeal 23-1998. Lynette and Jim Chevelle, if you want to come up and the microphone and get sworn in. And Adam can read in the exhibits.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We don't have a lot. A1 application, A2 site plans, B1 proof of publication, B2 proof of posting, and B3 the notice to the neighbors.
And a reminder, because we do have people online, to make sure you're near the microphones so that you get picked up. Actually, why don't you check to see if they're on at this point, because I don't think anybody else has been on them yet.
Hello, test.
Hello.
Okay, good, you're on. Go ahead and explain, what you want to do.
We would like to, we have a very active dog and we are getting very tired of walking him throughout the township and would like to add a fence to our backyard. But there is an easement that crosses through it. So we would like to place that fence with the understanding that if there was anything to occur where that easement needed to be accessed, that we would pay to remove the fence. What part of the fence needed to be removed for that project.
Okay. Dan, is there a pipe in that easement? Because it's not shown on the plans.
Sorry, there is a pipe, but the fence crosses it.
You need to be closer to your mic.
Is there a depth that to the sewer manhole that, or to the storm sewer that they'd need to be concerned about if they were putting a post in the reasonable vicinity of it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but the other solution could be, we make that they locate the pipe and make sure their fence posts are more than 3 feet off the center line.
Let's do it.
You fine with that? You might have to add a fence post in order to accomplish that, but we don't want you driving your fence posts into the sewer line.
Totally understand. So, and I apologize. You just need to find the center, the pipe.
And then make sure your fence posts are more than 3 feet offside. That we haven't made a decision on that yet, but that's a condition we're likely to put to it.
Yeah, we could clearly have it.
Yeah. So any other questions?
No question.
Online or- Anybody online for this spiel? Okay, then we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve appeal number 23-1998 as submitted, subject to the homeowner agreeing to remove the fence if and when repairs to the sewer system are needed. And subject to a mark out to make sure that the fence posts straddle the sewer so as not to damage it.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Appeals approved and you can go on.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, appeal 23-2000, Robin Susan Whitlock. Adam, can you read the exhibits in?
Yes, we have. The application is A1, the plans as A2. We have the impervious surface calculations along with the stormwater management, small project, volume control, collectively marked as A3. B1 proof of publication, B2 proof of posting, and B3 notice to the neighbors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So go ahead and explain what you like to do.
we just are going to looking to add a about 410 square foot patio to the rear of our house. And pretty simple project. Right now, we just have some furniture out there, but it's sitting on the grass. So when it rains, it'd be nice to have something that drains and all that.
So just to clarify, is everything in gray what you're adding?
No.
Oh,
It would have been nice to have had an overall plan of the property.
That's what I couldn't get my head around.
Can you pull it up, Dan?
but they're saying the driveway is what we're doing. Yeah, he told us that.
We were pulling up on the screen. And Dan, I was wondering if you could pull up the aerial. Because then that way we can kind of piece this all together because there isn't an overall plan sheet.
1 sec, sorry.
Okay. Yep.
So.
Okay.
This is where that would go.
All right. So it's
Stop.
just this area.
It's just the gray area.
And it stops before our dogwood tree that's been there for 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So,
So, but like the front walk, that's already there.
no,
Yes. the
so
front walk,
everything
that's
else
yeah.
is already
Already
there.
there. Okay.
We
All right.
are replacing it because it's 40 years old.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So that's.
But we're not changing any surface area, of the drive walk, the sidewalk.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
just,
cool.
so while we're doing that, we were figuring it'd be nice to.
Okay. I understand now. Cool.
Can we zoom in a little bit then so we can?
the area where the circle is.
Oh, okay. Well, I could see the drive.
That was my attempt during COVID to have a place for the kids.
So was the impervious calculation correct, Dan? I believe somebody was asking you that already.
Yes, we went over the impervious calculations with the residents and Jim Majewski.
Matt, do you want to ask the question? You want me to ask the question?
You can if.
Or Judy. Judy was
Yeah.
ready to ask it before too. Go for it, Judy.
I don't have my numbers in front of me, so let me just grab the impervious.
Mm.
It's increasing in.
Increasing by 2%.
By 2%.
Yep.
With the increase of impervious surface, which is 2.4, what is your plan for management of the water?
6 evergreen trees, if that's okay to do, if you want me to do something.
We went over the math, looking here at the stormwater management, small project volume control under 5,000 square feet. Step 3 had stone infiltration trench or tree plantings. And then you calculate, and when we went over the calculations, 6 new evergreens is what got us the water mitigation.
If you want something.
We're actually gonna have more than that.
We have more
I
than that
guess.
now. We have a dogwood, we have crepe myrtle trees.
The
But
only,
that's-
the only problem with trees
Uh-huh.
is they die, they can be blown over, they could be knocked over. They're not really a permanent, they
We
don't,
can do an alternative if you.
I think that that's where we really ought
like-
to
like
go.
nature, So I was like, great, I'll put in, but if.
You can go ahead and put in,
I
put
don't
in
get
tree.
me wrong, I like the trees. It's not that
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
it's just, they're not a good permanent
Yeah,
solution.
Whatever you recommend, do.
We came in asking how to, that we don't do this. This is a
Yeah.
project 1 of 20 years living there.
Yeah.
And, just that was an option. So was the least costly. Do it.
So typically,
Yeah.
if it was really small, we sometimes will go with trees, but if it's more than 1%, we generally ask for the stone infiltration trenches because it helps guarantee the runoff isn't coming off your property.
Right.
And the way your photo showed the place, you're putting it on you're putting this patio on the highest spot on the property, so you can pretty much put a trench in anywhere. But Dan, what would the size be?
It wouldn't be too big. It could be 3 feet, 3 by 3 by 19. So 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide, and then the length could be 19 feet. And that would cover the 68 cubic feet of required control volume.
The soil's okay on this area?
How does that work? Is there soil on top of it? So I
Yes.
and then I can plant grass?
You might put grass,
Yeah.
flowers.
You actually can do it either way, I believe, but most people around here tend to bury it.
Yeah, we are, I vary.
Very.
And you can still have your trees
Yeah.
on if you want.
Yeah, I'll probably plant some.
The trees are always.
Patio
nice.
contractor should be able to do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an unusual, it's pretty common.
Soil's okay in this area? Are the soils okay over there?
I'm not sure about the soils. Sorry.
That's to mitigate back to the existing condition. correct?
Yes, to the 21.1%. It's a non-conforming lot.
I have no further question.
Yeah, I have no questions.
Is there anybody online? It's gonna be a fast evening. All right, if there's no further discussion, it's a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve appeal number 23-2000, subject to stormwater mitigation from the 23.5% back to 21.1% in the form of a seepage bed, said seepage bed to be designed in conjunction with the township engineer's approval.
Second.
That okay with you? Okay, any discussion?
Now, I just have one question. Once we put the trench in, do we have you come out to check it before we cover it back up?
You'll end up working with the town engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's code enforcement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I just call you, just come in and,
They're not nice like us.
So when you resubmit the permit, you can do it online through OpenGov. And then once it's approved and you pay, you can schedule the inspection online. And if you have any questions, you can come into the office and I can help you out. You can even fill it out in our office too. So.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appeal 23-2000 passed as described, and that is, you're free to go. And yet,
Your contract with them, exactly how to do it and how to do it in conjunction working with the engineer.
now before everybody else leaves, including the people online, we actually do have other business tonight. So I don't even know what the appeal number is. Dan, what's the appeal number for next week, for the next meeting?
I can look real quick on the website. One sec.
Is it-
Is this the Verizon one?
This is the Verizon one, yes.
So there's no more extensions? Or
No, we have members and council that are recusing themselves, so we have to.
It is number 23-1999.
Is there anything else? The original?
That's a very good question.
Are there any other? Originally, I saw something.
I don't think so. I think the plan was to push it back so that would be the only one there for that night, since it will probably take longer than a normal variance application.
Great. All right, so we, as I stated at the last meeting as well as Judy, since we're both members and fathers on the board of the synagogue, in the interest to be totally above board and all that, we're going to recuse ourselves from that meeting. I had suggested conflict counsel be appointed, which you can do this evening. We, I think, discussed it last meeting to appoint Russ Sacco. I think he reached out to Peter, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Russell Sacco, he's offices in Yardley and has experience doing this. So
What is his last name?
Sacco, Sacco. First name Russell, but he goes by Russ.
So is there,
I'll make a motion to
I'm just waiting for if there's any.
make a motion to approve Russell Sacco as conflict counsel for the review of Appeal 23-1999.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the other reminder, which I already told Jim Brandon, he dropped off, is that because Judy's not going to be here, it'd be really appreciated if everybody tries to make the attempt to be in attendance for.
So we're looking at, 5 members, make sure that we have 5 members. So
Yes,
confirm the day before,
Yeah.
just in case anybody's got any issues.
Yeah, and now that we have alternates,
Yeah.
we could do that.
Do that. So somebody goes to Florida and decides not to come back.
What's the date of that one? Is that the 4th?
Yes, it's April 4th. I guess we could always draft Jim back in too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Adam, there might be a rule against that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't straddle the boards, but
We got Judy back.
yeah.
You swap this out, Judy. You for me.
All right, is there anything else? Okay,
Make a motion to conclude.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We're done for the night.